did none of the above. It's ModestMickey and I am back with another story time. If you are ready to hear about the time that I yelled at a TSA agent, then please keep on watching. Just so you guys can get a little backstory about my family, I am the oldest of 3 girls. I have 2 sisters that are younger than me. One of them is 13 years younger than me and the other one is just 2 years younger than me. The sister that is 2 years younger than me, she happens to be deaf. And we're not exactly sure if she was deaf from birth or if it happened a little later on in her life. It's kind of a long story. I can do a whole story time about it. Keep this in mind as we go through this story, okay? Okay. So this happened about 5 years ago. We went to Mexico as a family. It was my mom, my dad, my 2 sisters, and I. We went and visited my grandma and my mom's family, and we were on our way back to the United States. We are at the Guadalajara airport and we have checked in, we checked in our luggage, we are good to go. We just have to go in through the TSA lines to get checked ourselves so that airport security knows that we are safe and we're not gonna be, you know, a threat to anybody on any plane. Also keep in mind, we were there very early. My dad is the MVP when it comes to arriving anywhere important on time. My dad is very particular about getting to airports on time because we have missed planes in the past. Not ourselves, but like we've taken people to airports and then they missed their plane because we were just like a few minutes too late. So my dad is always super paranoid and wants to be there on time. We are there before it starts to get busy. There is people there, but there is not so much that it's like, you know, go, go, go. There's no long lines. We are just kind of cruising, especially because we have a few hours before we even have to get to our gate. We get into the line to go to our TSA agent and the x-ray machine and everything, where you have to put your belongings in bins, any jewelry, sometimes you have to take off your shoes, etc., etc. You put them in these bins or just on the conveyor belt that's there, and then the TSA agents have it go through an x-ray machine to look and see if there's anything that could potentially be a hazard inside of your things. We are good to go. I'm the first person in line of my family. My sister, who is 2 years younger than me and is deaf, is right behind me, and behind her is probably my mom, my dad, or my little sister, the youngest one. The most important people in this story, in this moment, is myself and my sister, who is right behind me, okay? There's a door that it's a metal detector and it beeps if they notice that you still have something metal on you. And sometimes they have to pat you down or they have to like scan you with like the hand one. And I have to wait before I can go to the other side because it's part of the rules. Otherwise you are kind of seen as a threat because, you know, why are you trying to get to the other side so fast? It's kind of scary. So I'm waiting. The TSA agent, who is the one to signal us to come forward, she is standing by the door with her arms crossed like this, okay? And she was talking to the TSA agent at the next line, just like this. Like, so she is looking at her coworker, blah, 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 blah. I don't know, chatting about boyfriends, girlfriends, gossiping about coworkers. I don't know, I don't care. I don't mind how you do your job, okay? I don't mind if you talk, if you have fun while you do your job, whatever. Just make sure you get the job done, okay? There was nobody in front of me, so I'm kind of getting impatient, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait. We're not rushed, so it's all good. So I'm waiting patiently. I'm being nice. This woman with her arms crossed looks over and says pasa, and then gets back to talking to her coworker. Now, pasa means go ahead, come through, whatever. She's telling me to move forward, so I do. I go through, I'm all clear, so I start grabbing the things out of the bins and all my parents and family's belongings and take them to a different station where there's like benches where you can actually sit down and put your things back on. so you're not in the way of the lines as they start to come through. I can see my sister at the other side of this door where she's gonna have to come through. And she makes eye contact with me briefly and then looks at the TSA agent like she should. She can't hear her if she's looking away because her hearing aid is not on. And two, like, she has to wait for some form of cue to be able to know, okay, I need to go forward. So I'm watching my sister, just making sure everything's fine, because as the older sister, I am protective and I want to help out as much as I can. But I don't want to baby her either, so I'm just, you know, waiting, and if she needs help, then I'll give help. My sister is looking, and this TSA agent is still with her arms crossed and turned like this. And I know because I can see the TSA agent from where I am sitting on this bench as well. She's still talking, and then she kind of glances over, says pasa, and then goes back to talking again. Now, do you see where the problem is right here? Because if you don't, really? This woman just glanced over, didn't make eye contact with my sister, by the way. She just glanced over, said what she had to say, went back to talking, ignored my sister. You need to, like, let her know, make eye contact so she knows that you are talking to her, and then she might be able to get the hint. Make a gesture like this, or, you know, or even this would have worked. This woman did none of the above. My sister is just standing there like, well, she hasn't said anything, I can't go forward yet. Rightfully so, like, I would have done the same thing. I do not blame her. The way the TSA agent glanced over too, it kind of looked like she was saying it to the x-ray person, the person who's like handling all the luggage going through the machine. It looked like she was saying something to them. So that just, it was confusing overall. I'm kind of trying to wave at my sister like, hey, you know, come forward, like, this lady's not helping you, but I'm gonna try to help you because I'm your big sister, I'm looking out for you, and I don't want to cause a problem, so, you know, I'm just gonna help you out. But my sister is focused on this woman, and she is not seeing me. And, you know, getting ready to get up, but I don't want to, like, make her think that she is incompetent, because I just don't want to take this opportunity of independence away from my sister. Do I go? Do I stay? I don't know. This lady, blah, 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 to her coworker, looks over, sees that my sister has not moved forward yet. She says, pasa. Like, pasa, like, in the rudest manner you could imagine. Like, the way I said it probably sounded nice in comparison to the way that this woman said it. It was so loud, and my sister was afraid, and I could tell because, like I said, I'm watching my sister, and my sister's eyes got wide. She was so confused, had no clue what was going on. So of course she's gonna be afraid, like, why is this woman, like, all of a sudden, like, angry? Like, I don't understand. I lost my freaking chill, okay? I didn't have chill in this situation. I got up. I got up out of my chair, my little bench, and I start walking, like, fast walking to this door. I don't want to cause tons of problems, but I'm like, hey, no te escucha. Like, hello, she can't hear you. Are you dumb? And this woman, her eyes got big, and I'm like, oh, now you know how it feels, huh? Have someone just freaking blow up in your face and you have no idea why? Take a dose of your own medicine. She looks over at my sister and she's like, pasa. My sister goes through and I am fuming. I was shaking. I start shaking uncontrollably when I'm mad because I want to hit things. Like, I turn into the Incredible Hulk when this happens. And I want to say so many things to this lady, but I'm like, you know what? No, that was enough. I don't need to cause more of a scene, because you guys, when I said that and I said it that loud, immediately it got dead silent in that lobby where we were at for TSA. Everybody was just so confused, like, what just happened? My parents come through, my other sister comes through. We're all at the other side, and my dad is laughing because he's never seen me this upset before, but he's also proud because, you know, I took care of the situation and I handled this lady the way she should have been handled for being disrespectful to a person who is deaf. And irregardless, even if she wasn't deaf, you guys, she works at a freaking airport. There is millions of people coming through this airport every day that may or may not speak Spanish, may or may not speak English, may or may not speak any languages that this woman knows. A simple this is universal. Or like, you know, Disneyland, they point with 2 fingers. Can't you do that? Can't you like somehow let people know like, hey, go through? Can you uncross your arms for like 2 seconds to let people know, hey, you can go, and then get back to your conversation with your little friend there, huh? I'm happy I did it. It would have sucked if I got into trouble for doing that, because, you know, I did raise my voice to a person who technically has authority in this facility that we were in, but it was not okay. And if somebody had said something like, hey, you can't talk to them like that, like, I probably would have lost my chill completely. Again, I was, you know, waiting patiently. We were not in a rush. We were fine. It's just the way this woman handled this situation was not okay. Not okay. My sister still remembers this moment. Girl, I love you. She is very happy that I stood up for her like that. And I mean, who wouldn't? If you have a younger sister, of course you're gonna stick up for them, especially if somebody is being super disrespectful like this woman was. You work in an airport, lady. Learn to use your hands. Signal. You don't have to learn sign language. You just gotta know how to say, hey, go. I don't care. Just move a little bit, you know? Move a little bit. Please learn from the situation and just be considerate of others. I know that sometimes we think about ourselves and just ourselves, but especially if you work in any type of career where you have to deal with people of different, you know, races, ethnicities, who speak different languages, be super mindful that clearly everybody there is different. Not everybody is gonna, you know, respond to the same things that you do. So do your best to try and accommodate for those people. It's that simple. Thank you for listening to this story time. Hopefully it wasn't boring. Hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully you know not to mess with me, because I ain't got no chill. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Smash that subscribe button right now. Make sure you also tap that little notification bell so that you are in the know the second that I upload videos to my channel. Make sure that you give this a big thumbs up and that you comment down below if you liked this story time. If you have any suggestions for any other videos or content that you would like me to upload, please make sure to let your girl know. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Bye.